Hey folks, welcome back to the MTG Sunday Jank-Off with myself, Ben Orbreak, and my friend AlbinoCheesemonkey. And today, happy Father's Day folks. We've got some Father's Day themed decks to celebrate all the best dads in our lives. I'm going to ask my friend AlbinoCheesemonkey, what deck are you playing and what is its colors?
Well, Ben, this is awkward because I think I may have misunderstood the assignment.
Uh-oh.
I built a Father's Day deck, but these are some Holy Fathers.
Holy Fathers.
A celebration of the clergy among us. But here we are, and it may not be what you were looking for, but it is a Father deck, so we're gonna roll with it because it's too late to rebuild now.
Well, who cares what I'm looking for? What we care about is what the people are looking for, and maybe the people are looking for a cleric deck. Let us know, folks, if you're looking for a cleric deck.
We're in Abzan today, so we're in mostly a base Orzhov deck that splashes green for reasons,
and being the best color.
Yeah, and green makes everything better.
Yep.
I'll admit it. If there's anything I've learned in episode 23, 24 of Jank-Off, which one is it? Do you know?
This is 24.
Anyway,
welcome to 24,
24.
Folks.
Episode 24. It's that green makes everything better, and also everything needs white. So.
Okay, well,
I already knew that one before Jank-Off, but yeah.
You will be content with my color choices also. I am in Bant. My deck name is Bad Daddies.
All right.
So I guess I'm not really celebrating fathers very much because these are some bad dads, and it's a bad deck.
Did we both misunderstand the assignment? Oh no!
I thought it was a daddy-themed deck. So anyway, I have some fathers, but they're not very good. I hope your fathers are better than these ones, folks.
Well, I hope that the religious among you have excellent clerical fathers.
All right.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, all. Let's get into our blind best of one and see what these decks are really about.
All right,
I keep this very bad hand because I'm playing a very bad deck. I know there's no fathers in this hand right now, but there is a son.
All right, are you ready for our first cleric, our first father?
I'm bracing myself.
Okay, here it is. It's a rabbit father.
Holy Father. I played that 2 weeks ago. I would like to...
I feel like this card makes a lot of appearances in my white decks, I think. It's a very good not die card in creature-based decks.
Mm-hmm. All right, what do I like of this hand? I mean, if I'm scrying a dad, do I have to keep the dad? What does my next turn look like?
Is it a bad dad?
It's a bad dad. Sure, you know what? We're having fun. We'll keep the dad. And maybe we want... Wait a minute, can we double spell? If we do that. No, we still can't double spell. Oh well. Simulacrum Synthesizer, kind of a father. It synthesizes Simulacra as its descendants.
Is this card's first appearance on the show?
The synth or the heirloom? The heirloom, I think, maybe.
Heirloom. Yeah. Notably, a 2-mana mana rock. Hard to come by in Standard. Notably, though, you have to be casting creatures with this one. And I will be casting clerics. Are we ready for me to play this cleric? And then, are we ready for the first Final Fantasy card on the series?
Indeed.
It is the White Mage's Staff, which selects the job of cleric.
Okay, clerics are holy fathers.
They are.
Or parents.
They're fathers in certain religious traditions.
Well, I was just looking at the artwork on the token.
Oh yeah, I think that's supposed to be the player character.
Okay.
Who has selected the job of cleric as their class. Or they're called jobs in Final Fantasy, but they're called classes in every other RPG ever that I know of.
All right, so what do we do here? I think we want to become better fathers. Neither of us are fathers. I mean, you're a dog dad, but...
It's true, I am a dog dad. Otto's cute.
Let's see here.
For those who want to take a picture of Otto, I believe it's my current Twitch avatar.
I just exiled one of the fathers of my deck. It's Urza, Lord Protector.
You're really getting off to a start here, huh?
I'm synthesizing these simulacra.
I'm chump blocking that one.
Rest in pieces, cleric.
What do you have?
Well, I'm not sure if meld actually works with his token. Oops. Copies can't be melded. All right, folks.
Oh.
Well, sorry if you wanted to see that happen. But
What?
Daddy's here.
What is this Nexus doing? Getting a combat on your turn, draw a card, then exile an artifact creature card from your hand to create a token that's a copy of the existing card. This one.
I made Urza
Never
into a
annoyed.
robot.
And this one. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take. Why is artifact not on the list of things this card deals with?
Oh, should have packed Ray of Ruin, my friend.
Oh, I didn't pack Ray of Ruin. I am playing black.
Ray of Ruin, the solution to all of life's problems.
And also, this is terrible because it gives you artifacts. Oh no.
Well, it took one away and gave two. But yes,
Yeah.
you deprived me of one of my deck's fathers.
I need answers. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna pillage this bog for 10.
Pillage the dad. Okay, chat. Do we have lethal?
Got a lot of damage on board. Yeah, this is a problem. This is a problem. Is any of this gonna do it for me? How are none of my board wipes in the top 10 cards?
Uh-oh, board wipes. We have to be worried about board wipes? Okay.
Alright.
Let's try for lethal. We might have it.
You might. Yeah.
I'm gonna start with a synth. We don't want these. Then I'm going to snare you ever so perilously. I'm gonna take your token. I'm gonna surveil. Sure, that works. I'm gonna draw a card and make a cornucopium. It's gonna make more constructs. I was kind of hoping to get one of the constructs to be lethal, but I think two will do.
I've got a bunny.
Bye, bunny.
Alright. I think this is going to be a case of where you won too fast before you even got to know what my
Okay.
deck is.
You're challenging me to a second blind best of one?
I am.
I accept.
Okay. Except you challenge. You send the challenge.
Except now I do actually have to send a
you
challenge.
gotta- I challenge you to challenge me.
Alright, I'm challenging. The bad daddies are challenging you. Frankie Peanuts, welcome to the stream. It's Daddy
Welcome,
Day.
Frankie. Okay.
Alright, so far, 1-0 for the Unholy Fathers.
That's right. Okay.
My quest for this series is to put all of the fathers into play at some point. I've only found one so far, and not counting Simulacrum Synthesizer. We have legendary fathers. Fathers are legends, folks. I don't think we need that card.
Okay.
Oh, that might be a useful card. Yeah, let's do it.
Your portico is very lush, I gotta say.
So this is not a father, to my knowledge, from the lore, but this is a son. Let me know in the chat, folks, if you know whose father, well, whose son Kellen is, who Kellen's father is.
All right, I'm gonna get a father out there.
Preacher of the Schism is indeed a holy father. Oh, that's a clue. Okay, I thought that was a power stone. That's fine. I present my son.
I present removal.
My son, no.
I hate getting the artifact.
My son is lost.
Having known. Now, notably, this one isn't a father. We can call that one a son.
It's kind of like vampires. They kind of consider their spawn sons, right?
Yeah, I would think so. If they're good fathers.
I bet they do. Well, I'm going to show you the mightiness of weakness.
Oh boy, power stones. The stones on this guy.
Behold the power of these stones.
Right. All right. Let's take a look here. See what we can get.
Collector's Cage. Okay, so I still haven't seen what I assume is the key card of your deck.
Not yet.
Yeah, we got Dad's Family Jewels here.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I accept the beats of your vampire son. I'm gonna get a clue. Curious clue. All right. Then I think we're gonna do some baking. I'm gonna bake some bricks. Hopefully not a lot of planes. I'm not a lot of planes. Then present to you. Oh, I didn't even know this was a pun when I put it in. So every father has children, and one kind of child is a son, and this is Kymel, the inner son.
I did not pack the right kind of removal for this battle.
You didn't pack Ray of Ruin?
Listen, as much as I love Ray of Ruin, it's a sideboard card, and we know it.
Not against me, it isn't.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna see if I can get something better.
Okay, that's neat tech. Do I get to see what goes into exile? No.
Really?
I just see a face down card.
Oh,
the avatar's dumb face on it.
Very cool. He's an ugly mug. I don't think Ajani's a dad, but he is the leader of a pride, which is kind of dad-like, I guess.
I know. Did you get a good card?
You don't need to know that.
I don't like the sound of that. I will ensnare it so perilously. And
no, it wasn't the one I wanted. No.
Do I get to see it yet? No. Okay. And I will present another son. So we've seen Urza. This is Karn, his figurative son. Ooh, Thousand Moon Smithy. That's a good card. Apparently, Urza has at least one biological son, Harbin. That is standard legal, but he really doesn't do anything with his deck. So I went with Karn as the sort of symbolic son of Urza, the creation of Urza, and a person in his own right. So we've seen one father and two sons so far. Maybe another son in hand, who knows?
There was the vampire spawn.
Oh yeah, I meant for my deck.
Oh, you're just talking about you, yeah.
We're just talking about me. I only just talk about me.
I don't need this guy.
Oh, Karn, no. My forces have been split. I'm going to make use of these maps you gave me.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tippity tappity. The barracks of the 1,000 are here. Now what? I mean, I guess I want to cast a spell of some kind. That seems like a good thing to do in Magic the Gathering.
Sometimes. There are cards that reward you for not playing spells.
Can I craft the clay-fired bricks? Yeah, sure, we'll do that. That sounds like fun. You don't get to craft these very often.
No.
I'll craft them with This map.
Which map?
This map. The one that's gone now.
Oh.
And now it's a Cosmium Kiln.
Ooh, scary.
And then we'll discover what comes next. It's an ancient cornucopium. So you got a lot of mana there.
I get a chump blocker.
Well, you destroyed your last one. You should be more careful with them.
Ho hum, ho hum.
Oh no.
More chumps. More fathers.
It does get you it does cycle the card. Well, we're just gonna block her. What does the staff even do? Whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life. Wow, that's a pretty bad equipment, to be honest.
Well, it creates a cleric.
I understand. It's a pretty bad equipment.
Well, it's not that bad because it equips itself to things, you see. It's key to this deck, all right? I was going to force a Final Fantasy card into this deck.
I didn't force any Final Fantasy cards into this deck, I'm sorry. I'm going to expose myself, expose my whole hand. It's all here.
Also, there's a surprisingly lieu of good clerics in Standard right now. I didn't realize. So, sometimes you need a cleric, and you're willing to pay 2 mana to get one.
Oh, here's a dad.
The quality of the cleric matters not. Especially when they can chump. You know what? I'll take 3.
Yeah,
there,
you might need to chump 14 or more next turn.
Yeah.
All right, I don't have time to activate him, but Kellen's dad is here, and he heard what you did to his son.
All right, I need to survive one more turn.
Yeah.
Can I survive one more turn?
What do you have at 9 mana? Valgavoth?
Things that I shouldn't be hard casting, Ben.
I'm going to say your plan is to Shadow Right Priest Valgavoth. But my plan is to tap your chump blocker.
Okay. All right. We can go to best of 3. So we can go to best of 3.
Okay. Okay. Well, I want to do some cool things. I want to actually use loot for once. I never got to use loot during testing. He finds a spider. I have a power stone.
Exciting.
I'm gonna make. I'm gonna draw some cards.
If I did theoretically have a 9 mana creature, if I could survive one more turn, I would have been able to hard cast it, even though I really don't want to.
Okay, this is good enough for now. I'm gonna make Oko into a gnome soldier with hexproof. Okay, so we haven't seen it, but I think I've seen enough to know what your deck is doing.
Yeah.
Let's go to best of 3, folks.
I'm packing a lot of creature removal main deck.
I made creatures.
That's true.
Most of my sons are creatures.
Did you... Hold on, let me check. You can go first. Oh, we're going again? Or are we doing deck text?
Oh, deck text, right. We have to do that, don't we? Let's do deck text. Go. I can go first.
You go first. Yeah.
All right. Folks, this is a bad deck with some bad daddies in it. It's a bit of a rejank of the Jeskai Simulacrum Synthesizer deck that we played a few weeks ago, but worse because we're in Bant. That doesn't really give us much. The only card I'm really like that really goes well with Synthesizer in this deck is Ancient Cornucopia, which is a 3-mana artifact, very relevant.
Did you unlist your deck?
No. Let me... I might have. Do you want me to resend the link?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
I was hoping to just blow it up, but... Okay.
Link is sent. The pieces are moving.
I've got it. You can move forward. Sorry.
All right. Green is giving us Ancient Cornucopia, but more importantly, it's giving us fathers and sons. Mostly sons. We've got our first father as, I guess I should go in chronological order, Urza, Lord Protector, father of Karn, Legacy Reforged. So we're playing one of each of those. Our second father is Oko the Ringleader, this fairy type guy. And he's got his son along, Kellen, Inquisitive Prodigy, and Splashing Green allows us to run these cards. I should explain what synergies there is with the rest of the deck if I can. Urza, he can meld with the Might Stone and Weak Stone, which is either removal or card draw, good things, and become the ultimate Urza Planeswalker with all these great abilities that wins the game, but you do have to meld 2 cards together and spend a ton of mana on it, so good luck. I've done it once during testing. His son, Karn, he gives us artifact mana for big artifact things, and can get pretty big. He's kind of like just a worst Simulacrum Synthesizer, like a lot worse, but he's in here because he's a son and we love him. Oko, he can turn into some Constructs. He can turn into robots, I guess. He's a dad. His son, Kellen...
I'm so proud of you, Ben. I really am.
This on the spectrum from performance art to meta killer, I'm usually somewhere toward the middle. This is a little skewed toward performance art, for me at least.
This is more my speed, I think.
Exactly. Kellen does a little bit more for the deck, because on 2 mana you can create an artifact and play an additional land, which are both things the deck wants to do. And when you play him from Adventure Zone on 4 mana, he's a decent body that can destroy artifacts. Often will destroy your own little map tokens or Power Stone tokens or the clue token he made and draw cards from them. So he's actually okay with the deck. Would I build him for a meta deck version of this? No. But he's a son, and it's Father's Day, and he's here to celebrate his dad, Oko, who I don't think they got along very well, but someone who knows the story of the last cycle can tell me better. Our third father is Jace. This is Jace Reawakened. He can plot things, I guess. We do have a lot of cards with mana value 3, so his +1, his second +1 is kind of useful. He is adoptive father to Loot, apparently, who's this fur baby from a underground vault.
Oh, it's like me.
Oh, I didn't know that about you.
I have a fur baby.
Oh, okay. So you're like Jace, not like Loot. I misinterpreted that. All right. Loot, he doesn't really do much for us. He finds creatures, and like some of our sons are creatures, but he's kind of here to be cute and useless, I guess, which seems on point for the Magic lore so far. Anyway, supporting that shell, Simulacrum Synthesizer. We want to play a lot of artifacts, make a lot of artifacts. The rest of the stuff is doing that and staying alive. Let's go. What are you running, oh Holy Father?
All right, let's pull it up. All right. This is exactly what Ben suspected.
Oh, yep, there it is, Shadowrite Priest.
So, a wise man once told me, oh, you're playing a combo deck? You should only play a couple of copies of your combo pieces and the rest removal. So, there we go. So I'm going to skip past the removal, and we're just going to talk about the fathers. We've got the Hinterland Sanctifier, a Holy Father, a Rabbit Cleric. He sanctifies the Hinterlands. You know, how much more holy does that get? We've got the Shadowrite Priest. I don't know what the Shadowrite is, but he's definitely a father, and I'm sure that's holy. Somebody tell me what the Shadowrite is, thanks.
Seems like we have an unholy father, but it sounds like it's summoning demons.
Definitely a father of some sort, because he has priest in the name. You see, we got for fathers. We've also got a preacher of the schism. I don't know what the schism is, and because I don't think this is representative of 300 some AD Christianity. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't think that's an Ixalan though. Anyway, there's a schism, and he's a preacher of it, and therefore he's a father. I don't know if he's supporting the schism. I don't know which side of the schism he's on, but I
think he's supporting the schismatics.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And probably the side with father. Now, notably, in a schism, the one side of fathers probably don't think the others are fathers, but we don't need to get into that. Oh, look, a father. This one's another. Hey, listen, another schismatic, because the Severance Priest is preaching this. Actually, I do know a little bit of this one. This is about severing from the kin tree. I don't know if he's for it or against it. Seems like he's for it, or not. maybe.
I think he just severed someone from that kin tree.
I think he just severed someone from the kin tree. Yeah, so that's actually depending on your feelings on Abzan traditional culture, that could be horrifying to you, or maybe not. Now that I'm looking at it, I am a little bit horrified as an Abzan fan.
I think someone's kin just got severed.
Yeah. Anyway, any other fathers? We had a lord of the Hauntwoods, Wood Daddy. That one's a bit of a stretch.
Never say that again.
Okay. That was a bit of a stretch.
Oh no! I play that card so much. Now I'm going to say Wood Daddy every time in my head when I play Overlord of the Hauntwoods.
So sorry. Roaming Throne. This is the cleric. Behold, you may not like it, but it's what a cleric looks like.
It could be anything else too. It could be a coward. It could be a fish.
Yep. Now let's talk about the big daddies. We got 3 big daddies in this deck, all of which we're trying to cheat out. We've got a new big daddy, Primal Odin. Odin, in North. I don't know what he is in Final Fantasy mythology, but he's like an Allfather or something.
He's the Allfather in Norse mythology,
right?
so this is just a primal one.
Yeah, there you go.
Clearly.
Now, often when I was a child, it was my father who took care of the taxes every year, and often he would have to mark himself as head of the household. We get it? Ragavath, head of the house.
Oh,
the house in
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
he is an elder.
Yeah, he's the head of the house. The Duskmorn house. I'm going to assume everyone in the audience is laughing right now, like a lot.
Yes,
okay.
Let us know in the chat if you're laughing, folks. Please.
And finally...
Let us know if you're not laughing, too.
The biggest daddy of all, the creation avatar, Progenitus, who is a black creature, believe it or not.
And every other color. Frankie Peanut says, Progenitus is in Standard. What have I been wasting my time on? So I think you have a fellow Progenitus fan in the audience.
All right, so Big Daddy Progenitus, Odin the Allfather, and the head of the house, Valgavoth, can all be cheated out by the Shadowrite Priest. Hello, look. Sacrifice another cleric. You know, the White Mage's Staff notably can make any creature a cleric. So, you know, that's nice. So, you know, you either put out one of your cheap clerics or you make a token with one of your lands, like Great Arishan City, and then you make that a cleric. You'll have clerics. We got plenty of them.
You're just anointing people into the ministry all over the place.
That's right, just so we can sacrifice them. Anyway.
Social commentary.
Didn't mean to, but anyway, we got some tools. We got Scroll Shift, which can bounce the White Mage's Staff. It can bounce the Collector's Cage. It can bounce things. It can also protect our Shadowrite Priest from targeted removal.
Technically, folks, the term is a flicker. If you're exiling something and returning to the battlefield, bouncing is to hand.
And we've got Ramp and Search, so we're going to be scrying. Notably, a weird thing about this deck is in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's a concept called a Garnet, which is named after a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card called Gem Knight Garnet, which was just a vanilla creature, but it was a required card because it was listed on a card that combos, but it had to be in your deck. So if you ever drew it in your hand, it was called drawing your Garnet, and it ruined your entire combo because now it was in your hand instead of your deck. Now, if we read Shadowrite Priest, you have to search your library for a black creature. So if I draw any of these big daddies, I'm sad, which is why I'm running 62 cards instead of 60.
Oh yes, that like 3% difference will matter.
A huge difference. Listen, every time I didn't draw it, I'm gonna chalk it up to that.
Okay.
A bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck building slipping in there. Anyway. So then we got some removal, and I want to talk about Herd Heirloom real quick. Herd Heirloom is a finisher and a ramper. It lets me ramp out my clerics for 2 mana. Notably, if we read Primal Odin, the other win condition, this creature gains, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. It has 5 power. This gives it trample.
It seems like pretty good text to have on a creature.
I have one. That is how I win the majority of my games in this deck.
With Odin?
With Odin, because I don't think people know that this card exists yet, so they don't read it.
Okay, well now I know what's coming.
Yeah. Right. So that's it. That's the Holy Fathers. Now that we're looking at them, I think only the Hinterland Sanctifier actually has any claim.
To be
Unless
holy?
you're like, to be holy. And the Roaming Throne, obviously.
It's not a father. Well, I guess, is there a father creature type? Because it could have that if you wanted, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and then we got like Pillage the Bog and Besiege the Mirror to go look for our pieces, and the rest is removal.
Yeah, never find yourself without your pieces, folks.
Again, a classic case of this deck works well on the play queue and ladder because people have no idea what the F I'm doing.
All right. Well, we are prepared. I didn't look at your sideboard, but it sounds like there's no Rare of Ruin, so you are hopelessly outmatched. Let's proceed to our best of 3.
This is a rightfully silly deck, and when we were talking about doing a Father's Day special, I was like, Ben, I want to do a deck that's like a
dad joke. It worked. Your fathers are holy. Well, unholy, but...
Yeah, but you were already doing a bad dad's theme, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just picked Holy Father because in the religious tradition where the clergy are fathers, that's one of the titles for them. Okay.
Indeed. And the daddies are bad because I don't think any of our fathers in our deck were very good ones. I think Urza was a terrible dad and a terrible person in general.
But I think it's going to be a bad idea. I think this pre-board matchup is really bad for me.
Well, we're in best of 3, so...
Yeah.
You've got a chance. Post-board.
I mean,
this is a good start.
It is.
You're going to put Dad in a cage. Maybe play him someday.
I like that removes it from my deck also, so I don't have to draw it. Assuming I hit it. Sometimes I'll just put a land under there when I have enough lands because I didn't want to draw the land. I actually think it's a pretty neat card. Wasn't there a deck recently that played this card like as a Selesnya deck?
Yeah, it was named after Cage, Selesnya Cage.
I don't even know where I got this, to be honest. Probably a individual card reward.
So I don't like giving you the Power Stone because you can use that mana to activate your cage, but I want my stone. I need my family jewels.
Yeah. Right. You want to learn another cool thing about the Erd Heirloom that's going to convince you to put it in your deck, Ben?
I'm already convinced as soon as I get more and have a deck that uses creatures that much.
Overlord of the Hauntwoods is a creature.
You mean Wood Daddy?
Wood Daddy is a creature. Listen, I was respecting your wishes for me to never call it that again.
Yeah, and I still wish that. Now I'm going to call it that.
Okay.
And you can be uncomfortable.
But I noticed, like, even though you're not casting it as a creature, you're impending, it still counts.
Wait, so really?
Yeah, it does.
That's pretty neat. I mean, it doesn't usually matter because you'd heard Heirloom on 2 and then Overlord.
I misread that for toughness as a 3. So
this is a tough spider.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna bring in some friends. We do not want these cards.
Let it be noted that I dislike.
Okay. I'm going to attack with my spider.
Okay. That's
actually, I probably should have left that back to block, but it might not be necessary because I'm making a big construct.
All right, let's... Ugh. Okay, I hate that I have to do that because those are so easy for you to get. Let's go make sure you don't have an artifact in your hand.
I have an artifact in my hand.
Is it a big one? No, it's not. Good.
It's big enough to trigger Synthesizer. So yeah, during deck building, I initially included some like really big artifacts like Portal to Phyrexia and Cityscape Leveler, but Standard's too fast these days, folks.
I thought Severance Priest was a bad card when I first read it, and then I started playing with it in this deck because it was thematic, and it's actually kind of amazing for deleting anything they have that's 3 mana or less.
It's a pretty good card.
Especially against combo decks, yeah. And I had the person in testing make the mistake of counter-spelling it on the stack, which means that its effects still fired. I still ripped something out of his hand, and then they got nothing out of it because it had nothing under it.
Wait, that doesn't make sense to me.
Weird.
Because it's an ETB effect. If you counter the priest, it never enters. Are you saying they removed Severance Priest?
No, they removed it. Sorry,
yeah.
After it hit the board, they removed it. Before it resolved its effect to take something out of its hand. So when it died, it had nothing under it, so they got nothing. But then it's a ETB resolved, and I took something out of their hand for free.
I shouldn't tell you this during this episode, but here's some tech for you. You've already got that Blink spell in your deck.
Yeah.
That works with Severance Priest pretty well.
Ooh, I should consider.
If you Severance Priest, target the opponent, and then blink before the targeting resolve. Before that effect resolves, the priest will leave, re-enter. You'll get another look at the hand.
Yeah.
You pick the second card, and then the first card's picking goes off, and that one's gone forever.
Right.
Oh yeah, you're doing the cage thing right now, aren't you?
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, because I lost my perilous snare. That was going to be my play to stop you.
You have one unknown card in your hand and two things that are not going to stop me because they're lands.
No,
so
you should be afraid of my
question is,
lands. Thank you.
I can cast the thing under the cage at instant speed, right?
You can activate cage at instant speed.
Oh, but I can't play the thing under it at instant speed.
You can.
Okay, then I'll wait. Assuming I'm going to do it at all, you know.
Assuming that. Okay, Wood Daddy's counting down. Well, I think I will force your hand.
Okay. Okay.
Hopefully it's not Valgavoth.
Oh, yep. 4. So I got to put it here.
You got to put it there.
It's not Valgavoth.
Okay. I accept the Shadowrite Priest, which can become Valgavoth next turn. Folks, if you can see my hand, send thoughts and prayers. And if you can't see my hand, remember, folks, you can pull up both of our streams at the same time.
What was the name of the one in your chat?
Frankie
the
Peanuts.
Frankie Peanuts. Okay, I got to remember that. Frankie, I need you to pay attention closely.
Oh no, is it Progenitus time?
I needed you to pay attention closely if I had drawn a land. Oh, wait, no, wait, I got it because of my...
Your Power Stones, yep. You can
Frankie,
use Power Stones to power the Shadowrite Priest.
This one's for you.
But AlbinoCheesemonkey, that has protection from everything.
Yeah, not board wipes.
Do you think I'm running board wipes? You know I'm not running board wipes. Okay, well,
we did it, ladies
how
and
much
gentlemen.
mana do we
as far
have?
as I'm concerned, no matter what happens right now, I've won. All right? That's how I play this game. This was my win condition. I've already won. Doesn't matter, you know, what happens from here. I should hit past. I'm too busy. Ooh, pontificating. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I guess we'll destroy your algorithm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give my Overlord trample randomly.
Okay.
So take that. So why do the Power Stones spent to cast non-artifact spell?
Because an ability is not casting a spell. These are not good cards. I'm going to ensnare your Shadowrite Priest so you can't get Valgavoth.
You should ensnare my Progenitus.
Would that I could, my friend.
Okay. Well...
You could make him a cleric. Oh wait, no, you can't, because I think equip...
Yeah.
He has protection from equip abilities.
No, he's just going to come in and he's going to hit you for 10.
Alright, folks, let's see if we can win this turn. It is possible, but we need a really good draw, because look at our hand. Do we have any answers to Progenitus? I suspect we don't. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, folks.
Can't be used to cast a non-artifact spell. I have 2 mana up if I don't use those. Interesting, interesting.
I'm sorry, man, but I think not only have you summoned Progenitus, you're probably going to win with Progenitus.
Well, this is an artifact spell, so... Okay.
Good. Yeah, my hand's all lands. I can.
This one's for Frankie Peanuts.
I
And
can
now
go
that I
get some
got it
more.
done once, I can sideboard it out. I would never.
Oh wait a minute. Does this? Am I 1 mana short? Oh come on. I think I'm 1 mana short from winning.
What have we done today?
Because I have 4 mana and might Stone and Weak Stone. That would remove a blocker.
Let's do a theme episode, he said. It'll be fun, he said.
I could draw a card and see if I have something to play at instant speed. I'm pretty sure I don't, but I can do it. That also would have won, but I can't play it at instant speed. No. Yeah, I think yes. With 1 blocker removed, you would die.
Yep. Oh, there's your 3/3 token. You're welcome.
I'm gonna show the perilous snare I drew.
Okay. What are you gonna grab with it?
I'm
My
not
white
gonna burn.
mage's staff?
I'm not gonna burn your books because I'm principled.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Unlike some friend I have. Behold all my power as I die to your big daddy.
Okay. All right, ladies and gents. Here we go. What a nice battle line you have. It is a shame if I had protection from everything.
Everything includes my battle line.
Boom!
GG.
We did it. Jank's first progenitus kill. It only took 24 episodes.
Woo. All right. Which of these cards are good against you?
Those cards are good against you. These are useless.
I don't know if any of these cards are good
That's
against you.
helpful. That's helpful. That's helpful. That's helpful. That's helpful. Oh my gosh, there's so much helpful stuff in my sideboard. What do I cut?
You have help. All my stuff is teched against, like, you know, bad matchups for my deck, like aggro. Or reanimator combo or cutter. Well, we have the very good sideboard plan of having bad cards in our deck that we can cut.
People who are watching my stream, look away as I take a certain card out of my deck. I'm ashamed.
Okay, this will be good. Or at least better. It's a bad deck.
And then... Okay. Oh, see, no, but if I do that... Sorry, I'm probably thinking too hard about what I should cut. But I
think you should cut Progenitus. Genuinely, it probably would make your deck better to cut him, but
I did the thing.
Yeah, it's hard to argue against a win.
I remember you telling me months ago. Look how far I've come, Ben. You remember the first time I tried to summon Progenitus on you before?
Yeah, you were trying to hardcast it.
Thanks, Frankie. Wow, okay,
I think
this is bad.
I think the crowd really is generated from the colors in people's decks because it's refreshing every time you mulligan. It might even be based on the hands. I don't know. There's a lot of white and green in there, and we're both playing white and green.
I unfortunately have to return 2 cards. Okay. I don't like it, but here we are.
All right, I'm hoping I'm not going to flood this game.
Frankie noticing that being disappointed in your son is... Oh. Frankie's disappointed in me for sideboarding out a certain card, but he said being disappointed in your son is on theme. Okay.
Happy Father's Day, folks. Disappointment is the theme.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll just get rid of that.
My meld. I was going to meld. Somehow at some point. That's my ultimate quest.
Only I'm allowed to have fun today.
Hey, no, that's my job. Okay, well, if we land Urza, and Urza survives, and we draw land, which we just did, We can double spell this and this next turn. Actually, now we don't even... No, we still need ours to survive. He's here. He's Lord and Protector.
I can't let him live, though, can I? I would much rather save this for when you have 5 million tokens, but...
Just say... No, my meld! I only have one Urza on the deck.
Oh, your legions have gone to ashes. Your legion of one.
Well, he was going to summon Legion with his daddy stones. Alright, I present to you a spider!
Ba-da-ba.
I have a power stone. I don't like giving you a power stone when you can use it on your tome, but here's another one.
Okay,
Bestowing
I'm gonna use
the
my power
stones.
stone on my tome.
They're tapped. You can't use them now.
Yeah, but I do have enough mana to do this.
You do.
Do you have removal? We're gonna find out.
The answer is yes, but I can't deal with your priest. Because I can't deploy the removal in a way that will do it.
Is this deck good? No,
No.
yours is just bad. Yours is
Yeah,
just bad.
I said that right at the beginning. It's a bad deck. This should not be news. Do we have anything we can even grab? 7 mana is a lot. I think we'd rather just craft the kiln. Spiders are creeping on up at you.
Oh, I should block. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know if Corp
Problem
is even a
now
good
is
card in
that
this deck.
I don't have a cleric.
Oh, that's true. All is not lost.
So you are gonna get another chance.
I am swinging for 10 a turn currently.
Unless... What I'm about to do might confuse you.
Okay, I'm prepared to be confused. Split up.
Yeah, but why would I take your 2 untapped tokens?
You're right. I'm confused. You
It's
must
the
have
day of judgment!
Okay, so I was close.
You know what? I just realized Day of Judgment is kind of on theme for my deck.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. This card doesn't really do much for my situation right now, but I do want it in play. So this was the removal I had in hand that I could not use because I needed to draw a land, and the stones
What
don't pay
color
for
was...
him.
Oh, look, all of my stuff has no color.
Yep, it's true.
Anyway.
That's okay. Still gaining life and drawing cards is good. Oh, okay. It replaced itself, and I got 2 artifacts out of it. That is relevant for this deck.
This is why I was willing to do that.
Okay. So unfortunately for you, I drew a very good card.
Okay.
Which I will use to scry away these cards I do not want. And then I will play this very good card that I also drew,
I see.
which will make me a chonky boy.
Now, hold on while I draw a 0
In
mana
response,
answer.
yes.
Well, that is 0 mana, what I drew, but I don't think it's an answer.
And I'm going to map, even though it reduces the number of artifacts I have, it makes it more likely to draw something I actually want. Honestly, that might not be bad. I think I'd rather have him than a random card because he becomes a random card. Sure. Alright, 2-turn clock with this chunky boy.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna put some Death Touch in front of him real quick. Then I'm gonna play a Cleric, who is an artifact spell.
Okay.
Works well with Preacher of the Schism also. Assuming
investigate.
Survives.
I'm going to draw with my stones. My power stones.
Stones on this guy. I already made that joke, but I wanted to make it again. It's so good.
I'm going to map. Actually, I should have played this first, but that all works out. Then I'm going to play this, which is going to make another guy. Actually, they're not guys. They're robots, which are presumably not gendered. But I don't know the lore behind the simulacrum synthesizer, so maybe they're programmed with gender. I do not know. Take 10?
I probably shouldn't take 10. Yeah, I'm not going to take
But it's 10 very friendly, cuddly robot damage.
He does have all of his edges seem to be softened. We'll give you that.
This is a pretty attractive robot, yeah.
All right.
Bet you're wishing you had that Ray of Ruin now, aren't you?
Yeah, no kidding. You need to smack me anytime I forget to put it in my sideboard when I'm playing black. Best card in the game, honestly.
It's like 5 mana solve all life's problems. I would play that card.
What do I do with my guy?
Yep, attacking probably isn't it.
All right.
Another one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I could remove one of your creatures, but I think I just want cards.
Why would you want cards in this card game?
That's a good question. It's because maybe the card that I draw would be able to remove one of your creatures, like this one. And the creature will be the preacher.
Creature. Keep going.
Oh no! So sneaky.
Doesn't actually stop it from firing, does it?
It does. It's no longer a valid target. So then I'm going to attack with my critter.
Yep. We got to take those.
And now the preacher's gone. I'll play Kellen because why not? Can destroy your roaming throne upon attack, I will point out.
Okay. Well. No, wait, wrong button.
I mean, been there, done that.
The misclicks.
I will be honest, I
a
don't think it will matter.
Okay, that's fair.
The real problem is the synthesizers.
Still was a painful... Well, it would have killed them. Oh, yeah, the synthesizers in the back, yeah.
Yeah.
7. Jeez. Jeez. I don't have anything here that would help me.
In those 14 cards?
Well, I mean, you're going to kill me next turn.
Yeah.
And I got to be able to cast it with 1 mana or 3 if it's a... I guess... Yeah, no, that wasn't... Nothing mattered. This one's over.
I will tell you, I didn't draw a 3 mana artifact, so I wouldn't have been able to make construct this turn, but... Yeah.
Yeah, nothing that I... Oh, sorry. Frankie pointed out that I may have made a clerical error. You should be on here. You should be making the dad... Oh, man. I got my dad jokes for you. I got my dad joke writer. Yes, I made a clerical error. Very much so. I think I made one mistake in sideboarding. Obviously, that was taking this out. Anyway, no, it was these. Because when I needed to fire the combo, I didn't have any clerics, which was a problem. So
now that's a clerical error.
Yeah, that's right, literally. Okay. Maybe wood daddies aren't what we need.
No, Wood Daddy. It's one of my favorite cards.
I know.
It's a green card, my friend. The best color.
It is, but there's so much artifact hate in my sideboard that I've got to fit somewhere.
So you're squeezing out the Wood Daddy?
Yeah. Oh, I actually probably should have taken those out last time too.
Have you considered sideboarding out the Shadowrite Priests? They don't do anything on their own, you know.
The alternate win con of this deck is Cleric Beatdown.
That's true.
He's also critical to that because he gives them all +1/+1.
That's true. Do we keep this? No, I would say keeping this would be a perilous mistake.
This is a good hand.
This is not exciting, but
I think this is going to be a key here. I think Ben's going to be sad when I play it right now.
Why would I care about that?
I don't know. You make a lot of creatures.
I don't care if they're tapped, though.
Oh,
the creatures I'm worried about, I can't block, like Valgavoth and Progenitus.
Okay, that's fine.
You're just gaining a little bit of life, but my creatures swing for 14 at a time.
Yeah. You make 14 creatures at a time. I've seen it. I'm coping. Especially since I just missed a land drop.
The cornucopia is in my deck. All right.
Well done.
I'm going to synthesize. I think that's a card we want to draw.
What are you going to synthesize, Ben?
Simulacra.
Oh, okay. You know, lands, huh? Oh, wait, hold on. I have something for this. There we go.
Was it an emote? Because I have those muted. I suppose I should unmute.
It was the lands in my right emote.
Yeah. All right, I present a second synthesizer and hoping you don't have an artifact wipe.
What artifact wipe do you know that only costs 2 mana?
No, I mean, well, it's true. I don't think there are any. There's one at 4 mana in green. Return to history, I believe. Fade from history. Okay, we got to be worried about this cage soon, folks. Alternatively, we could just remove a cleric.
Joke's on you. With my magical staff, every creature's a cleric. Assuming I pay 3 mana.
Anyone can be a cleric for money, is what I heard.
Excuse me.
Bless you, my child.
I just kept it on stream. That was so rude.
That's a cleric, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna snare it most perilously.
I'll allow it.
Okay. My creatures come in tapped, but I don't care because they don't have haste. And then I will play a net, which is an artifact. It makes more artifacts. And then now I have enough that I don't need to priview a blocker to have lethal, but I'll do it anyway because it's really quick and easy and...
Yes, I did have an artifact board wipe, but it requires mana to use.
Okay, you probably have... Is it the 6 mana one?
Yeah.
That's very good. That's very good against my deck.
Yeah. There's the season of the green, the season of green. I really thought I could get you on that. I thought you had just bad enough a deck, but mine was just worse.
Well, it's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
It's basically over yet. You have to win, 2 best of 3s. You have to win this next match to have a chance. You have to win this next match to have a chance.
I have to win this next match. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have to win this next match to have a chance. I have
Because I think I won both best of
I don't
ones.
know who's going to win the Heart of Jank award this time, though. We'll cross that.
I suspect it'll be you, based on my current understanding of what your deck's doing, because your deck's doing a janky and cool thing, and mine is ultimately Simulacrum spam, but with some bad thematic cards in it.
Yeah. I know.
Which, like, bad thematic cards do contribute to the jank score, but...
Yeah. It's kind of how I always get the win on that one. Except my entire deck is usually bad thematic deck.
Okay, well, we kept a risky hand, folks. Let's see how it pays out. Let's see if it pays out. I heard you had an heirloom. Alright, my turn to be stuck on lands.
Hooray!
I kept 2 and have drawn no more.
It's a cleric. I
From
wish
the
it would have
hinterlands.
used the heirloom and not my mana, but that's on me for not paying more attention to what the auto tapper was doing.
I'm going to discard this Jace Reawakened, who has
I guess it didn't matter.
never done anything for me. He's a bad daddy.
All right. You ready for cleric beatdown?
Yeah, I'm not ready to discard a hand size, so I guess I'll spring these saw blades on you.
Okay.
Even though this is a pretty pitiful target.
Kind of is, yeah.
Really, I'm just trying to keep clerics off the board for, oh, what's that card?
The guy, yeah.
No, the cage.
Oh, okay.
I'm worried about you caging into Velgavoth or something. Alright, this should smooth out our land issues. Now, all we need is for our friend not to have artifact removal.
Let's go find some artifact removal. Well, it's not great, but it'll do.
All right, do we go for it, folks? Are we going to start spamming artifacts out, or do we take a more slow, cautious approach?
That's not artifact removal. I'm an idiot.
All right, spam artifacts it is.
Is that artifact removal? Nope.
Okay, I present my artifact. It actually makes 2 artifacts. 3 once the simulacrum token is taken into account. And I will surveil for... Oh, I really want to keep that. We could do it, folks. We could finally do it.
Let's take another shot at this.
Oh, you got to find it now.
I don't remember if I have it, like, main deck is the problem.
Oh, that's right. This is game 1.
Yeah. I don't know that I have, like, any artifact removal main deck.
All right. We're going to pop off, folks. We're going to do it.
The closest I have is...
Granted, you could hardcast Progenitus next turn. With all the mana you have.
No, because I don't have, like, red and... Oh, no, you're right.
No, you're right.
I don't have red, yeah.
Well, you have Herd Heirloom, but that's only 2 pips, and you need 4 non-abs and pips.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I
anyway,
just go for
Velgavoth.
it? If you get a turn, are you just going to kill me?
No, I can't kill you next turn.
I'm going to look at your hand.
Okay.
I don't like any of this.
So we got
Hers is a meme. Oko's a meme. Loot's a meme. Perilous Snare's annoying.
Perilous Snare is the only real card in my hand.
Yeah. But this guy makes your artifacts cheaper.
No,
so
my
you can
meld!
draw from-
The Might Stone and Weak Stone's on top of my deck. How am I ever going to get the meld gone if you keep exiling my Urza?
I'm gonna draw a card now.
The worst dad.
Nice. Okay.
Why? Why?
I'm sorry, Ben.
That's
That's
what I just said. I had it
Yeah.
on top of my deck.
Yeah.
You draw 2 cards, you meanie. I'm just gonna have to win this game in a boring way with robots, because that's what you're making me do.
It's true. It's true. But hey, if it makes you feel any better, you'll get a 3/3 token when Severance Priest dies.
When will Severance Priest die?
Not this. The turn after this next one.
Oh, I tapped my mana wrong. Whatever. That's fine. That's fine to keep. End turn.
All right.
Frankie Peanuts thinks Urza's just out to get some cigs.
Yeah, that's right. He'll be back. He'll be back. Don't worry.
No,
Take another peek.
I present to you a land.
Yeah, but I'm gonna take something else.
Don't leave me fatherless.
This time. Yeah.
Okay, we have not been left fatherless.
Okay. Yep. I only took out the bad dad. I don't know if Oko was a bad father. I mean, he does seem kind of obsessed and single-minded, which doesn't usually make for good fatherly figures, but
I think he got a witch pregnant and then was not present for his son.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
And then
right.
All I know from his involvement in Outlaws of Thunder Junction is he was trying to rob a bank or
a vault.
The vault. That's right.
Kind.
So yeah. Robbery isn't exactly good parenting behavior.
Well, that's why I was saying the single-minded focus. Also, he ruined an entire standard format. That's not good dad behavior.
I'm gonna make him into a construct just because my guy gets +1, even though you're gonna block it.
I'm just gonna block everything. I don't want to take damage.
Well, I will enjoy my tokens.
No, you won't.
Okay, well, I'll enjoy them. I am enjoying them for this brief time.
I gotta be very careful not to make another clerical error. Hold on.
Okay, I'll prepare for the split up, but I'm going to enjoy these tokens in the meantime. Okay. They were glowy and pretty. Thank you for the pretty tokens.
Here we are.
Okay, that's not good, but it is good that you don't have any clerics.
I don't have a cleric, yeah.
Can we commit a crime? That doesn't commit a crime. That doesn't commit a crime.
You remember the early days of Jank? We have enough episodes to think about the early days of Jank. When committing crimes was one of the main things we did. There was like a stretch of 4 weeks where we were just playing land crimes. You were. I was. We were all doing crimes. Dragon Horde was crime-based. Raise the Land was crime-based.
Yeah. I think I have to do it just in case you have another cleric. I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay. At least it's not the end. That would make me real sad.
Yeah, that's your job. You're playing black.
Well, I'm just going to hard cast this.
It's a pretty good card. I do have non-land permanents to sacrifice, however.
Yeah, I mean, I actually didn't read it. What does it do? I was just all on that. I had a household joke.
You just included Valgavoth because you're like, oh, this is probably a big dumb card.
Well, that and because the head of household joke, which I think was a good one. You don't seem convinced.
It's a joke. It's possibly even a dad joke, which would be pretty appropriate.
It's true.
So.
Okay, a card you didn't control will be put into an opponent's grave from exile. Oh yeah. No, I've had that cast against me plenty of times. Okay.
When do you ever get Valgavoth cast against you? What queue do you play?
Reanimated out of the graveyard.
I never play against Valgavoth.
I think it was one of my first. It was actually the first deck I ever played against. The first time I ever made it to platinum.
Well,
it's the lifelink 9 that gets you. You know. Shut up, Lupin. Maybe I should
tap.
Got some tippy taps going on there.
Yeah. I'm going to ensnare your Elder Demon.
That's impossible because he's too powerful. He wins the game on the spot, don't you know?
No, I will perform the rite of sacrifice and ensnare him perilously with loot in this cage.
Okay, but you don't...
Then I'll produce a net.
Okay.
I mean, that was the smithy. This is the net.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to hope you don't have a board wipe, because you probably do.
That would be too convenient.
Oh, I think I did a crime, so I'm going to do this. I should have done that first, but oh well.
Is there a crime indicator? That's like, hey, you've done a crime. You can press the button now.
I'm going to become robot. Hasty robot Oko.
Robo-Daddy.
Robo-Dad.
That's not an answer. I think I'm just dead.
Probably.
Bounce. Just for the draw card.
Okay. That's a flicker.
Haha! I have you now.
That does gain life. I'll tap that, clerics.
Okay.
And I'll tap... Oh, decline. And I'll tap this one. And I won't play any more cards. I'll just be polite.
Okay.
50 damage from the bad daddy himself, Oko, the ringleader.
Oko, no.
All right, now we get to cut some bad cards.
I hope everyone's enjoying this this Father's Day special.
Oh, so maybe that's a good card.
You're pretty much sorcery speed, aren't you?
When am I ever not?
I know.
I think I played one deck so far that was mostly instant speed. That was the Azorius X spells. Azori X.
Mm-hmm.
Which may have a rejank coming at some point, folks. Some point.
I think my next deck is rejank adjacent, but not a true rejank.
Mine also. I have not worked on it yet because I've been pretty behind. That's part of the reason why this deck is bad, folks. I just did not have the usual time and care for testing that I try to. But I think we'll be back on track for next week.
Do I want to keep this hand? I really don't think I do. I feel like this is a really bad hand to keep. I'm going to keep it.
So, folks, you're probably seeing on my end how many of these hands would just leave you dead on turn 4 in Standard. But I can keep them because we're both playing slow decks.
Jank-Off, baby. We've created our own meta, and it's weird.
Come on,
one where we got a sideboard Ray of Ruin whenever possible. Oh, sure, I'll just cast it now. It's not like you have the end.
You're right, I don't have the end. I have an island. It kind of rhymes.
Island.
Yeah.
Got a book.
Amazing.
I remember that when I messaged you, I was so excited that I crafted one of these. I was like, I went to the bookstore, and then I proceeded to not use it until this deck. That was like 2 months ago. Because I don't play control decks, much to your chagrin.
My friend, if I play Urza, are you going to remove it? If you say yes, I'll just not play it. Okay. No, I will. I'm going to do it. I'm going to play it. Urza.
Okay.
I don't have the Mightstone Weakstone, but Bad Daddy's here.
Well, let's complete the Abzan set. Did this deck need green? I really wanted ramp because I figured the combo fails so much that I end up hard casting the big creatures. Anyway. Which is why green ended up in this deck. Just so you know.
I would be a little surprised. I would probably just pack more clerics as opposed to green, but the mana in Standard is pretty good so far.
Probably. I would pack more. I would just replace some of the ramp with more removal.
That seems
more removal.
Wise. What do you think about Starting Town? Have you seen Starting Town yet?
No, I haven't. I've been in many a Starting Town. Pallet Town was my first Starting Town, circa 1998. What does it do?
It's basically a fast land, pain land.
Why did I do that? I already knew what that card was. Listen, I'm
Well,
new with books, okay?
It gets you closer to the life gain mode on that.
I guess, yeah. 4 life, that's good, actually. Just not against your deck.
I'm gonna ensnare your priest because you might have 5 mana next turn and a cleric to sacrifice. So
Yeah, it's surprising how quickly this deck can pop up if you're in Christmas land.
I mean, even a turn 5 win is pretty slow in standard, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been playing long enough to be sad about that. I haven't known any different.
Why are you not attacking into my Urza?
Because you gotta attack into me first.
You have death touch.
Oh. Muscle memory.
All right, well, I'll present Kymel the Inner Sun. Or
Okay.
Chimil, or whatever. It could be anything. I could discover anything, folks. Well, anything in my deck.
Oh, that's a good discovery. That's a good discovery. Oh.
I just gotta make it to next turn. Am I? Please let me have this. Please don't have removal. I want to meld. I want to meld.
Oh no, Ben.
Don't do it. I need to meld this episode.
Then I don't have a shot at winning this best of 3.
I'll look.
All right, what happens?
I won't even activate him. I won't even activate him if you just let me meld the dangers. All right, Wood Daddy's here. This is going to happen, folks.
My heart is in the jank.
I have a feeling that this could have been prevented, but I'm going to do the suboptimal play. And
what did he do? Okay, let's read this card. You may activate twice. Okay, artifact and sorcery spell can cost 2 less, so you can do 4 mana or less artifacts for free. Draw some cards. You can create some tokens. Okay, just don't do any of the removal.
oh, I can do non-removal? Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
The fun stuff. I want to see the fun stuff.
Okay. Let's. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have Urza turn into a planeswalker.
Okay. Well, he already was a planeswalker, wasn't he?
Well, he started as a creature, but now he's a planeswalker, and I'm gonna have him discount his son by 4 mana this turn.
Oh yeah.
Father-son team, folks. That legacy has been reforged.
You know why? Because I'm a good dog father. I don't know. I'm gonna read my books.
There's this walking the plains now.
I feel like you now. Reading my books.
Plotting my demise. Okay, mana check. How much is that going to be? 7?
Yeah.
How much does Primal Odin cost? 6? 6? I was right.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you can just remove him with your Urza's ability.
My son, no, yeah, I said I wouldn't do the removal mode.
Okay.
I'm going to abide by it.
Okay. It's true, I could have removed it. We're being real nice to each other today. I mean, we're always nice to each other.
This is probably not the way to win this game, but I'm going to do what I want.
I know how I want to win. I want to win with Zontetsuken. Zontetsuken. Oh, Ben. It's the Yotian soldier. Did you notice?
It is.
Did you know that before we played that game of Really Magic?
No, I mean, I played Brothers War when it came out, and I knew about Yotian soldiers and stuff, but... Oh, I forgot to cast this card. That's fine. Odin doesn't have flying, right?
No.
Oh, Spider can be activated at instant speed? That's neat.
Are you ready?
I know you have trample, but I have enough toughness.
It's true. But this card will help. That was a land.
Lands, I mean, they help cast spells.
What does he do? He never gets to the 3. Oh, draw 2 cards. It's interesting, these... so if anyone hasn't seen these enchantment creatures, they do blow themselves up. So like they're only a creature for the time that the saga is happening, which is really interesting.
So generally on a 3-stage saga, like most 3-stage sagas, if it's a creature, it will only be able to attack on the middle chapter. Because the first, it'll be summoning sick, and on the third, it sacrifices itself. But some of these Final Fantasy sagas have multiple chapters, or I think at least one has haste.
Yeah. And there's also funny ways to mess with the number of counters on them. It'd be janky.
That too.
To do that. I'm trying to search my hand full of things that I would have used to stop you from melding.
But you can't stop me now?
Don't stop me now.
You don't have Get Lost?
No.
We're going to be very safe and catch Odin in a net.
Okay, well, in response...
Okay. I'm going to go looking for Miss Muppet with a spider.
Wait, wasn't it Tuffet?
Oh, no, it's Little Miss Muppet sat on a Tuffet.
I feel like that's the Muffet version, wasn't it? Miss Tuffet. What is a Tuffet?
It's like a stool or something. I don't know, something to sit on.
It's what you do when you skin your knee. You tough it out.
No, that's some dad energy.
Woo! Happy Father's Day.
Oh, I'm also gonna spring load the saw blades this thing, so you don't get to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna play land. I'm gonna keep that card. I'm gonna play a net. I'm gonna make a construct. I'm gonna.
I feel like Urza should destroy all permanents, including lands. Everyone starts over.
I'm gonna discover the Might Stone and Weak Stone. I'm just gonna make another construct, and it's gonna draw me 2 cards.
Please be the card I need. That'll help.
All right, this is post board, isn't it?
Yeah. Surely in this set of 16.
You do have 5 mana untapped? I think you need 6.
One, two.
Can't remember if you played land.
I did.
Okay.
But I'm like, there'll be something I can do. That will probably help keep me alive.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't think Urza has actually contributed anything to the game yet. He made soldiers, which got split up, and now judged. He got some mana discounts that I actually didn't end up needing to use.
All right, Wood Daddy.
Wood Daddy's here. You know what? I like using this mode, even though it's not very good. One mana synth.
Oh, you got those fancy scroll arrows on your artifact zone now.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's confusing.
It is confusing. It makes me think you have less artifacts, but you actually have a ton.
I have too many artifacts.
Wait,
I can't even...
Is that a third sim? You have 3 synthesizers or just 2? I can't tell.
We'll find out when this artifact enters. Keep this one. I have 2.
Okay. Because the way it scrolls, it's unclear.
Yes, it is unclear. We'll play this net.
Okay, but they don't have haste.
Nope, no haste. I'm gonna play some bricks. Gonna get some planes. Gonna play some bricks. Gonna get some planes. Gonna craft some bricks. Do I have any artifacts in my graveyard? I do. Let's
Then you're gonna cast Doppelgang. Where's the Doppelgang?
I don't
Show it to me.
I don't have Doppelgang in the deck, unfortunately. There's a ton of silly big stuff you can do, but Oh, I still got a land drop. All right, let's see what we discover. It's saw blades. I'll put it in hand, I guess.
Interesting. Very interesting. I gotta think.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna think.
That is 9 mana. That's a lot of mana.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many cards are in my deck? Ugh. I know that if I pillage the bog, I won't find... Oh, I might. I think I put 2 of them in here. Right. There's no harm in taking a look. Right?
Well,
probably should have played it then, but yeah.
The suspense.
If I don't deal with your constructs, you're gonna kill me next turn.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If I deal with your synthesizers, then you're gonna kill me. But then if I deal with your constructs, Spring-Loaded Saw Blade is not a 3 mana. It doesn't fire the thing, right?
It's right. Folks, has Twitch chat been acting up? I'm seeing it. Disconnecting, connecting. Let me know if you were on Twitch and that wasn't working.
Okay. So, 1, 2... Everything I want is like 1 mana short.
Okay.
Right, this might not be the right
Nick.
move. How many constructs can you make if I kill all of them right now? How many can you make on your next turn?
Based on what I have in my hand?
No, based on what you have on the field. I'm not asking for like more. I see you have a Saw Blade and a Plains and 1 unknown. But
Yes, so if the 1 unknown was a trigger, that would make 2, but note that I can use Urza to net 2 more cards next turn if I need to. And also the Kymel could put an artifact into play.
yeah, but if I just deal with your synthesizers now, then I would just die.
Yes. So the constructs will kill you now, the synthesizers will kill you later. And all tokens and players with the same name, is that permanent? You must have a different answer for synthesizers, because that would only get rid of 1. I don't think I have a means to get rid of that token in response. Yeah. I don't have a means to get rid of that token in response, so my constructs will... My legions are ashes.
Right. I'm probably not going to be able to cast the thing that I grabbed.
Well, you've just looked through your whole deck now.
I did. And somehow still managed to not get what I want. Okay. Well, your stuff doesn't have haste, so in we go.
I'm gonna catch Wood Daddy in a net.
Okay. Never mind.
Then I'm gonna spring these saw blades on him.
Okay.
Gonna cut that Wood Daddy right up. Now he's a sawdust.
Can that only hit tap creatures?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pretty bad removal spell. But it's an artifact. I think we want more cards, so I'm going to get more cards. Oh, these are good cards. How about some more cards? I'll make a creature ancient cornucopia. Yeah, why not? Do I have any abilities I can activate anywhere in here? Oh, I could craft. I'm going to craft my bricks. Bricks, 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 bricks. I'm going to craft these bricks with a spider. Oh, I forgot to put that 1 2-mana white artifact in the deck that, like, makes mana for all your artifacts. That would have been a good card. And you can also bring stuff back from the graveyard or something. Let's see what we discover. It's Jace. He's awake. Is he going to do anything? I don't know. He never really does anything in this deck. But he's here, being a bad dad.
I'm just gonna casually look at my entire deck. Half my deck, actually. Half of it.
This is after you looked at half your deck twice the previous turn.
Yeah.
So I think that's a whole deck at this point. No!
I have to ask that you desist.
Well, we knew it was a possibility, folks. Okay, so what does Jace do? Draw a card, then discard a card. We'll start with that. Okay. How many cards do we have left in our deck? Enough, probably. Let's draw 2 more. This card doesn't seem useful. Let's do that again. I really want to remove your Shadowrite Priest, but I said I wouldn't. So.
Did you say you wouldn't?
Yeah.
Not with Urza.
Not with Urza. Not with Urza. Do I have enough mana to do Spider?
Because in the and this is the alternate timeline. In the actual Jank timeline, Urza never got played.
Yeah, and to be honest, he hasn't done much. So
you got to do it.
Wait,
That's what's important.
I can do this, and then this, and that's still not removal. I think I could just keep that in hand.
Tell us what you guys think. Do you guys like the theme episodes, or did it get too janky? That's a good draw. That's a really good draw. Is it good, though? Or should I just do my priest thing? I think I'm just going to do my priest thing.
I will survive 3 Progenitus swings right now.
Yeah. Hold on. I sided him out. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Frankie! Frankie, what have I done? Oh, man. Okay. You're probably a bit confused right now, or maybe you understand exactly what happened.
So, is Valgavoth in here, or is that in your hand? Or did I get rid of him already?
That's weird. Why would I say that was a good draw? I can cast this. No, we have to do the silly thing, and then proceeded to realize that I took Progenitus out of my sideboard.
Well, I said I wouldn't remove anything with Urza, so I still won't do that. Let's see here. I suppose I'm still just drawing cards.
Good to know. Thanks, Frankie.
Okay. We do have to get this game done with at some point. So here's another Planeswalker.
It's true. Yep. Have your 3/3 or 4/4? 3/3.
3/3 will help. I don't think we need to make mana, so we're just gonna draw more cards and hopefully not deck.
I got what I deserved. I really did.
Oh, I still have an Urza activation. I think we just want pressure now. I can plot these saw blades, I guess. And I'm going to cast these other saw blades to get rid of that priest before we can do any more shenanigans. I still don't really know how I'm going to deal with Valgavoth.
No, I haven't drafted the new set yet. I decided to be a bit more thrifty because I didn't care as much about the set. I kind of went ham on drafting Tarkir to the point where I have the whole thing. Which, yeah, I didn't do. I did that for Foundations too. But whenever I go ham on a set like that, I kind of have to take the next couple of sets off for resource reasons. I don't know if this is going to win me the game, but I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, I should have saved my Thran Spider in hand as a cast trigger for Ugin. But I was a silly game.
That's right, Jank-Off, where people hard cast Valgavoth in desperation.
How many permanents do I need to sacrifice for him?
I think it's
3?
only like 3. It's not. It's nothing.
I'm going to just plot the synthesizer.
And I gave you one. I gave you a spirit.
And then I'm going to just
I have so for this episode, I did consult with my most knowledgeable Final Fantasy friend, because I feel like we all have one. And he gave me some really good ideas for decks. But all of the dads are rare, and I didn't want to spend my wild cards on it. Well, I'm out of rare wild cards, honestly. So, we'll see what happens. I heard the draft environment is, for the first time on a wild, there is no dominant color, which sounds exciting to me.
Behold my planes.
I'm beholding. It is my favorite card. It is a pretty one too. Those planes don't look like they're doing too good, Ben.
Yeah, I like the doom circle in the sky.
It's on your cards too. Oh, I forgot to put on my Orzhov sleeves.
I'm not going to BM
I almost
play out
played.
my
There was one
synthesizers.
Final Fantasy dad I almost played because it was a ramp. Ultima from Final Fantasy 16. I looked it up to see if he was a dad. He created all of mankind in that game, so that's kind of dad behavior.
I'd say that qualifies.
I almost included him, but he was 5 mana, and what he does is he turns any land into a colorless land, and then that land permanently gives 2 colorless.
Sounds like some jank could happen there.
Yeah, I almost put him in this deck because he was a dad, and he ramps, but he didn't make the final cut, unfortunately, because I opened one. The other option was Chocobo Daddy. They got the Chocobo guy. But anyway, I went with a dad. I wanted to make a deck based on a dad joke. My dad joke was, oops, I misunderstood the assignment. Father's Day. Get it? Anyway.
Love it. All right, well, I think we can award you the Jank Award. At least that's my vote.
All right. I am well up on Jank Awards.
You are.
I think you've had 3 in my count in our 24 episodes. So
That sounds about right.
we don't need to talk about how many Power Jank Awards I've won. I make
Speaking of,
sacrifices for the cause.
speaking of, all right, Power Jank goes to the Bad Daddies.
Bad
Bad, and they're
daddies.
back. All right. Do you want to do one bonus game?
We have time.
It's tradition at this point. We have to do at least one bonus game.
We have to do one, but it'll probably have to be a best of one. We could bring out our Mother's Day decks. Remember that time
No.
No, you don't want to see Goose Mom again? It took me 20 minutes to build.
Okay, if you want... No, actually, that exact matchup
fine.
we already did. It has to be a fresh matchup.
Yeah, okay. What do I got?
I kind of want to play a Zoriax.
Zoriax?
Yeah.
What do I got that doesn't die immediately, too? Zoriax, that's a pretty slow deck, isn't it? Rampy.
Yep, it's slow X spells.
Ah, Ben, I haven't played Snake Food in forever.
Play Snake Food against the
Let's play Snake
Zoriax.
Food. Yeah, let's do it.
Thank you. And as a reminder, folks, all the decks are up on Moxfield
In case
that
you're
we've played so
curious,
far.
which jank has ended up as my favorite so far, you can see my hearts. We've got my 2 versions of Rule of 2. We've got Ride to Survive. We've got Snake Food. Have earned the coveted heart out of the 23 decks I've casted or crafted for this. I love Snake Food.
I use hearts to
And I
keep
hope-
track of what decks are like kind of playable right now.
Oh no, I use hearts for I love this deck. Well, them being playable jank helps, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, Snake Food, best of 1, except you like
Right.
Snake Food, Ben. I remember.
I do. So in the description, folks, at least in my video, it links to both of the decks for the session. And if you go to the user,
mine as
the
well.
creator of those decks, then you can see all the decks and all the names and all the cool things.
Then go find the episodes. I highly recommend. For the earlier decks, I would say for the first 10 or so episodes, I would recommend Ben's videos over mine because I was still getting into the whole creating space, so the quality was lower.
Yep, I do
But
have
I
a link
think
to all
from there-
videos and all my deck lists. So
Yeah.
also check out
can't keep
YouTube for direct links.
So if you can't cast anything in your hand, that's probably not one you should keep.
Generally, in Magic the Gathering, you do need to cast spells.
Yeah.
There are
This
decks
is
that
also
have
not
in history
great.
that have won by not doing that, but
Oh, why is it best of 1? Okay.
You asked for
It's
it.
fine. We're fine. You know what? I'm saved. I drew exactly what I needed. We're good. So Snake Food is one of my favorite decks. It's just about this guy. Oh, sorry. I just spoiled what's in my hand. And about just a huge density of permanents.
Gotta love that huge density of permanents.
That's right. Look at this permanent density, Ben.
This is pretty dense. Yeah, it's a lot of permanents. Is that Snake Food permanents? It could be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The problem
if you
is,
have a counter spell, I'm gonna be sad.
I'm 3 steps ahead of you.
I was doing it. It was gonna be funny.
It was gonna be glorious.
Yeah.
I play your favorite card, Planes, and pass.
Okay. I'll have to rebuild.
Spinner. You know, it's not a snake, but that is a pretty good card.
It's a pre-snake, you know?
Sure.
It's like a snake herald. It's like it comes out on the streets and says, "The snake is coming." The snake
Yeah, it does
is
kind of help find snakes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a cool deck. I'm a big fan of this one.
Ready to spice some minds. We got that oil, folks. Call us America because we got that oil.
That's a really cool card. You can proliferate that too.
Yeah, I am going to proliferate that. And maybe you'll be seeing more of this card in the future, folks. Stay tuned. Next week, we play every Sunday. 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 11 p.m. UTC this summer.
We started this February, and Ben has not missed a single week. I stepped out for 1 week to visit family.
During which we had an excellent guest.
We did have an excellent guest. All right, so the beauty of this is that I can get Snake without sacrificing my Hex Mage, and then he becomes a 3/2. Hooray!
All right, Snake resolves. I'm going to discard the Spell Pierce. I think it's not very good at this stage of the game.
I think you should proliferate my Snake, personally.
Is there a
a very, very early proto version of the Snake only ran proliferate removal?
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. It was kind of win more, though.
Do you run protection spells in this deck? I think I remember that you might.
I run Innkeeper's Talent.
Oh, okay.
Which just gives some ward.
You got the cool art for it.
2, 3. Yeah, I did. It was one of my... This was way back, because I started with Bloomburrow, for those who don't know. This was my first favorite card.
Get lost, Snake.
Alright.
I mean, I'm empty-handed. An aggro deck does pretty well if you're against a control deck who's empty-handed.
This isn't a lot of value, but it's not nothing.
I mean, it took my life total basically in half.
Yeah, and it drew me a card. I love the seasons. I really do.
Booty. The free booty. Just you wait until I draw my bombs.
Alright.
Wow, I kind of don't like how those maps are just digging you deeper and deeper toward the cards that really matter. I'm going to do this in the middle of combat, so you can't use the mana very usefully.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could tap it, float the mana, and then get the land untapped, and then use that also.
I think I need to update the mana base in this deck, because I'm playing a lot more basics than I need to. I think this is before I have my bird set.
Yeah, definitely.
This is one of the first jank decks I ever built, just so y'all know. Which means it's one of the most finely tuned jank decks that I have, because it's had time. It's had time.
This might be the saddest split up I've ever cast, but I destroy your 1-drop.
I feel good about that. I'm just gonna cast this because I know you have it. So whenever my next snake comes out, no more of those thinking 3 steps ahead, okay?
That's what you think.
Oh, you got me. If only I had looked at your side of the field with my eyes.
Why do I feel like you might have?
I didn't.
Maybe you're baiting me. Maybe you have a fountain port in that hand, and that's really the card that'll beat me.
Take that.
Taken.
Tick-tock.
Just you wait until I draw a good spell.
That wasn't one? This is
Who
a
knows?
good spell.
Maybe it's an instant speed good spell. No, the skeletons. That's a sussy skeletons. That's a good spell because you can turn it into a snake.
Yes, it is. Remember the joke that every black deck I build is a deck made to force Case of the Stash Skeletons into? This was the first.
Okay, you know how I said that one split up was the saddest ever?
Yeah.
We'll have the next saddest ever.
Okay.
I destroy your 1-drop, which gives you a scry and a treasure. And it's only a 1/1. Your clock is lessened. I am facing lethal.
Somehow.
I'm going to spend 1 mana to draw 2, discard 1, and make a synth. And I'm going to spend 2 more mana to draw 2. Sorry, 1 more mana to draw 2. And then I'm going to... how much is that?
This can make your things cost 0, right?
It reduces colorless mana. It does not reduce color.
Right. Yeah.
1, 2, 3... Sorry, folks. It's X-Spell math time. This looks good. I will let you tutor for Snake now.
I gotta wait till my end phase.
Oh, I think we're good then, folks. Unless you have an answer to 17 mites.
All right, sacrifice one of them. All right, sacrifice another one.
My momentum. It's being broken.
All right, this can't block.
Don't think gaining life will do anything for you. Alright, well, we didn't get to do the cool thing, except for casting White Suns, which is
15
kind
mites
of...
isn't cool.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of cool. Get toxic.
Ugh. All right, Britney Spears.
Britney Mites.
That was a good bonus game. I like
Good bonus game. Alright. We survived the snakes. We cast some really bad split-ups. Good game.
Happy Father's Day, everyone.
Alright. Don't be a bad daddy if you are one. And if you're not a daddy, be careful about becoming one, or else you might be a bad one. Take care of your dads. Celebrate your fathers. I hope you all had a great time today. And AlbinoCheesemonkey,
what did we learn today?
We learned that even though a deck might be bad, it can still beat other bad decks.
That's right. We learned don't side out Progenitus.
Well, that's true. Protection from everything is protection from a lot.
Severance Priest is actually a pretty good spell.
It's a pretty good spell.
And if you wait long enough, your entire deck becomes the bog with which you can pillage.
I feel like there's a metaphor for life in there.
Okay. All right, now yell at me like you were about to.
What's that?
You're going to yell at me to go call my dad, I think.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go call your dad after this. And all you folks, the same. And also engage with the content, because that shows it to more people so that they can see the jank. And we want to share the jank. Spread it, like pillaging this bog.
We're doing something special here, and we're doing it because we love it.
Yeah, we're not getting any money from this.
Or else we wouldn't have done it for 24 weeks in a row.
Yep. So like, comment, subscribe, engage, share with anyone who might be interested, and we will see you all next week, Sunday, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC, ready to jank.
Good night.
Good night, folks, and stay janky.